Tonight on the channel, we are going to honor the life of Hollywood legend Robert Redford, who passed away at age 89. We will explore his iconic career and lasting impact, taking a look at some of his most memorable roles in films like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting, and Ordinary People, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Director. We will also discuss former President Barack Obama's reaction to a significant event involving conservative activist Charlie Kirk and highlight urgent calls to end political violence in America. Additionally, we will take you inside a lavish state banquet at Windsor Castle, where King Charles III and President Donald Trump celebrated the enduring friendship between the United Kingdom and the United States. Robert Redford's passing on September 16, 2025 in his Sundance, Utah home marks the end of an extraordinary journey. Surrounded by family, Redford left behind a legacy that goes far beyond his stunning good looks or early fame. He was a defining figure in 1970s Hollywood, starring in legendary films like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting, and All the President's Men. These movies not only brought him international fame, but also embedded him deeply in the cultural fabric of America. In All the President's Men, Redford portrayed journalist Bob Woodward, capturing the tension and drama behind the Watergate scandal, a pivotal moment in U.S. history. His portrayal helped shine a light on the importance of investigative journalism and the role of the press in holding power accountable. Redford seamlessly transitioned into directing, winning an Academy Award for Ordinary People. Beyond awards and acclaim, he dedicated himself to fostering new talent. The Sundance Film Festival, which he founded, has become one of the most important platforms for independent film worldwide. Sundance Labs offers emerging filmmakers the chance to develop their stories away from the commercial pressures of mainstream Hollywood. Redford always envisioned Sundance as a nonprofit that empowered the voices audiences truly wanted to hear. Despite his on-screen magnetism, Redford endured early struggles to be taken seriously as an actor. Critics often labeled him a too pretty, doubting his range and depth. But his late career performances proved them wrong. In films like All Is Lost, where he barely utters a word, Redford conveyed intense emotion with subtlety and power, proving his mastery of the craft. His personal life was marked by profound challenges. The loss of his firstborn son shortly after birth and the illness and eventual death of another son deeply affected him. These private sorrows informed much of his art, which often dealt with themes of loss, resilience, and the human spirit's fragile strength. Redford also devoted much of his life to environmental causes and political activism, using his platform to advocate for change. His commitment to truth and integrity in cinema and public life is an inspiration that will endure far beyond his on-screen roles. Tributes pouring in from fellow actors, filmmakers, and fans worldwide celebrate not only his immense talent, but also his courage, humility, and dedication to humanity. Shifting gears, former President Barack Obama recently spoke out after the shocking assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Obama called the act horrific and tragic, a reminder that political violence threatens the very foundation of democracy, no matter one's political views. Obama's message was clear. Leaders must denounce violence unequivocally, promoting unity rather than deepening partisan divides. He reminded viewers that political violence is not new but remains fundamentally opposed to democratic values. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear joined this important conversation, emphasizing the need for leaders to prioritize humanity over politics. Beshear did not shy away from criticizing former President Donald Trump, saying he missed an opportunity to unite the nation. He made it clear, no murder or act of political violence is acceptable, no matter the political affiliation of the victims or perpetrators.
Why?
The discussion also addressed a controversial poll cited by some GOP politicians suggesting Democrats are more likely to accept celebrating the death of public figures. Beshear countered this, pointing out that the majority of Americans across the political spectrum reject such behavior, underscoring the need to condemn violence without politicizing it. Public health also featured prominently, especially with testimony from the former CDC director who claims she was fired for insisting on scientific integrity during contentious vaccine debates. Beshear stressed the crucial role the CDC and expert guidance play in protecting public health and warned against the dangers of politicizing science. Finally, Beshear spoke about his potential presidential run in 2028. He described his goal as bringing reason, compassion, and unity to a country deeply divided by partisan strife, a voice focused on healing and rebuilding trust after a turbulent era. Our final story takes us to the United Kingdom for a spectacular event, a state banquet at Windsor Castle. King Charles III hosted U.S. President Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Queen Camilla, and other members of the British royal family, including Prince William and Kate Middleton. In his address, King Charles III celebrated the enduring bond between the UK and the United States, a special relationship forged over centuries. He reflected on the remarkable journey from the 1776 Declaration of Independence through history's twists and turns to today's close friendship between the two nations, something neither George Washington nor King George III could have imagined. The king highlighted the deep cultural, scientific, and defense ties that bind the countries together. He mentioned groundbreaking joint achievements like nuclear science developments, mapping the human genome, and the creation of the internet, remarkable milestones born of collaboration. King Charles III also emphasized ongoing cooperation on global security. He praised the support for Ukraine in the face of aggression and close partnerships with allied nations like Australia. Environmental conservation was another major theme, with the king underscoring the responsibility to protect nature for generations to come. In response, President Trump expressed heartfelt thanks for King Charles III's warm hospitality and praised the king's commitment to preserving Britain's natural beauty and supporting rural communities, the arts, and veterans. Trump offered glowing remarks about Prince William and Kate Middleton, describing them as remarkable and radiant. He spoke at length about the historic contributions of Britain to concepts of law, liberty, and free speech through the Magna Carta, the development of modern parliament, and scientific breakthroughs. Calling the relationship between the US and the UK a priceless, eternal, and unbreakable, Trump credited this alliance as a major factor behind America's recent successes. He concluded with a toast to King Charles III and Queen Camilla, celebrating the extraordinary friendship that continues to strengthen both nations. Together, the speeches of King Charles III and President Trump underscored a shared vision of global leadership grounded in mutual respect, cooperation, and values. That's a wrap on today's in-depth news coverage. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon for the next news roundup.